everyone, welcome back to English class. Dear students, today we are going to uh, do next part of our lesson, the open window, lesson number 7. And today we will read part 3 of the lesson. So before to start, let's have a look on the previous points what we have read. So Mrs. Appleton raced into the living room and started talking with Mr. Nuttall, and she was also telling the same story as Vera had narrated to Frampton. Means she was saying her husband and brothers have gone, and I'm waiting for them. And suddenly they all had seen three figures were coming towards the window. It was the last point, right? So here is the third part. What else can Frampton do but beat a hasty retreat? Had he seen a ghost? The niece just have a knack for explaining an uncanny coincidence, right? So let's see on page number 60. Frampton grabbed wildly at his stick and hat. The hall door, the gravel drive, and the front gate were dimly knotted stages in his headlong retreat. A cyclist coming along the road had to run into the hedge to avoid imminent collision. So, what happened, dear students? In the last sentences we have read that what they have seen three figures were walking across the lawn towards the window. And yes, obviously Frampton also had seen, but he was thinking that they were ghosts, right? As according to Vera's story, they all have dead, right? So Frampton grabbed, as he saw all these figures, he become very panic. So what happened, he just grabbed, took out all his stick and had whatever his material was there, his stick and all, and just reached towards the hall door, exit gate, the gravel drive. He just took the gravel drive, means very hardly he just came out from the door, and the front gate were dimly knotted stages in a headlong retreat. And yes, in the from the front door he went out as a headlong retreat. Means firstly his head was out, afterwards his upper next part, rest of the body, means he was not moving straight, his head was going first, and retreat, escape, right? So uncontrollable, he become uncontrollable and he just escaped headlong. A cyclist coming towards the road, along the road, had to run into the hedge to avoid imminent collision. As he was coming out, at the same time cycle from the opposite side from coming in his direction. So as a cyclist, the person who was riding the cycle, as he was seen that Mr. Nuttall was coming out, and to avoid the collision, to avoid the striking against him, he just turned the cycle and went into another direction, went into the fence. Okay, it was the scene outside the home. Here we are, my dear, said the bearer of the white mackintosh coming in through the window. Who was that who bolted out as we came up? So here we are, my dear, right? The person who was having coat on his arm told that we are here. They came back and also was asking, as he was coming through the window, means who was the person who just went out, right? Who went out sorry, as they came inside, right? So the person who was having white coat on his shoulder, he was saying that we are here, we came back, and again asking about the person who came out as they entered the room. A most extraordinary man, a Mr. Nuttall, said Mrs. Appleton. So Mrs. Appleton was saying, extraordinary man named Mr. Nuttall. He could only talk about his illness and dashed off without a word of goodbye or apology when you arrived. One would think he had seen a ghost. So what Mrs. Appleton was saying, that he was only talking about his illness only, he was not able to talk about anything else. So he could talk about his illness and ran away from here without say goodbye or without say sorry when you arrived. Means if you arrived, then he should say sorry that I could no longer here, so I am moving. So it is just like type of ethics, manners, means if how to behave with others. But as he had seen you, he was went out without saying goodbye or say sorry to you. One would think he had seen a ghost, and he was reacting like he had seen a ghost in this room. Then, I expect it was the spaniel, said the niece calmly. He told me he had a horror of dogs. He was once hunted into a cemetery somewhere on the banks of Ganga by a pack of dogs and had to spend the night in a newly dug grave with the creatures snarling and grinning and foaming just above him, enough to make anyone lose their nerve. Romance at short notice was her speciality. So, what happened? As Mrs. Appleton was saying, feeling bad as he had not seen, he had not told goodbye or sorry. So in his, to his question, to her question, Nisley replied, who was the niece here? Niece means Vera. Okay, so what was she saying? She was saying, I expect it was spaniel, means because of the dog he ran away. According to the niece, he told me he had a horror of dogs, means niece Vera was saying that Mr. Nuttall had told her that he was having fever of dogs. Okay, he got scared from the dog, he was hunted. What happened? And she was also narrating an incident which was described by Mr. Nuttall to her. Right. So, what was the incident? That according to Mr. Nuttall, he was once hunted into a cemetery somewhere on the banks of the Ganga. A pack of dogs, means a group of dogs, were following Mr. Nuttall, and on the haunted desert, in the on the bank of Ganga. Okay, on the bank of this river, he was hunted by the group of dogs near the cemetery, and because of the dogs, he had to spend one night in the newly dug grave. Okay, empty grave was there, and he had to spend one night there only because of the dog, and where the different type of creatures, different type of insects and other creatures, what were they doing? They were snarling. Okay, they were making different, they were roaring, they were producing they were smiling broadly, they were just producing masses from their mouth only above him. Okay, so he faced all these things in the graveyard only because of the pack of dogs, group of dogs. From that day, he got scared from dog, right? Enough to make anyone lose their nerve. Okay, and according to her, it is enough thing to make anybody nervous. Okay, suppose one person had spent a night in the cemetery, in the graveyard, with the different type of creatures, with their groaning, screaming sounds, and obviously whenever he will see a same creature in front of him, obviously he will be scared. So similarly, what happened with Mr. Nuttall, right? But these both stories were just the imagination and the quickness of making story of Vera, right? So romance at short notice was her speciality. So it was Vera's speciality that she was able to make any kind of interest or entertain others with the imaginative stories, right? As she was able to describe the situation into a story, and she was able to tell others about other person's behaviors, reason how, why are they behaving like this. So because of this speciality, this chapter took place. Okay, so the open window, first of all, Vera narrated a story to Nuttall, and afterwards she narrated the story of Nuttall to the family members, right? So I hope you all have enjoyed this chapter very much. Thank you.